Hello Commanders! There are a few videos on high-grade emissions out there, because it is indeed a great way to obtain many manufactured materials. Let me just fast forward to the parts that are not covered by other videos. The too long did not watch version is, I made a web page that finds the best systems for high-grade emissions. partsdevice.com, check the tools section. The longer version is that the existing videos out there do a good job at explaining how to look for a signal in a system and then how to loot it. What is usually less well explained is how to find a good system and how to tell whether a particular signal is good from distance. Let's start with the most impactful bit: faction states. When the game rolls dice to select which materials to spawn, it limits the choice based on this table. Simply put, each material has its requirements. But the game does not look at the system state, it looks at the state of the faction the signal belongs to. When you target a signal in Supercruise, it even displays the faction. The chance of a signal spawning for a faction is weighed by the faction's influence, so the best systems are likely those where the dominant factions match the requirements. The trap that some commanders fall into is that the game displays states for the entire system, but those are simply the states of the controlling faction. The controlling faction always has a decent chunk of influence, but there are some systems where 20% is what it takes. So when commanders unaware of these fine details look at the table and then look for a system based on what the game reports for the system as a whole, well, the results might not be satisfactory. Another complicating factor is that you want to minimize the chance of finding undesirable materials, because those most likely take place of the desirable materials. If you are looking for pharmaceutical isolators and have no interest in Imperial shielding, then prioritize independent and Federation systems, because those can't yield Imperial shielding. The signals also tend to spawn all around the system, so expansive systems of hundreds of thousand light seconds are a poor choice. Finally, high-grade emissions spawn in high-populated systems only. I'm not sure what the exact threshold is, but systems of 100 million or more people seem to work. So that's a lot of things to account for, which is why I made the website tool that does the searching for you. Just select the material and hit search. Commanders proficient in programming can even tinker with the script or review it and tell me how bad it is. So let's assume you have found good systems to look for high-grade emissions. What now? Well, you might want to equip yourself with collector limpets to save time. Direct scooping is also possible. When you arrive to the system, there are two ways to find the signals. You could scan for them yourself, but that's going to take time. What I recommend is to find a navigation beacon, drop to it, scan it by targeting it. You gotta target the beacon, not the beacon nav point. And after a while, your ship will download the entire map of the system, including signals. Low wake again and check what you have found in the navigation section. You can filter this so that you see only the signals, and just check any high-grade emissions. Skip those where the owner faction is not desirable, and those that are too far away or about to expire. If you got a good signal, make your way to it. You can speed up the slowdown phase by untargeting and retargeting as I do, and when you finally drop into the signal, just collect your rewards using your method of choice. Congratulations! Now that you definitely know how to obtain some materials, let's talk about other approaches. Some materials don't even spawn in high-grade emissions. The in-game description and inara.cz attempt to list all sources, but there is one universal source: trading. You can trade one material for another, but you still need something to offer. I'll skip to the conclusion here. Trading cross-category and upgrade sucks. Grinding for materials for such trades sucks by extension. If you obtain some material incidentally while grinding something else, then by all means trade as needed. It is also reasonable, if not optimal, to farm high-grade materials and trade them for lower grades in the same category. If you are considering trading, it helps to know where to find the right trader. Inara does this best, because EDDB does not distinguish between trader types. The trader type is decided by the primary economy type, refinery for raw materials, industrial for manufactured, and high-tech or military for data. Inara seems to report trader types accurately, but as of now, neither side reports primary economy of stations accurately. And that's all I have. I hope you use this knowledge to engineer a great ship. Fly safe and see you next time.